Just before we begin this video, quick shout out to TEAMSEAS for cleaning up our oceans. I would highly suggest donating to them, and it's so nice of them doing that. And yeah, that's pretty much the shout out, and let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Hey guys, and welcome back to another build challenge. And in this week's build challenge, we're going to be focusing on attack jets and helicopters. So let's go ahead and dive into the rules for this challenge. So for this challenge, you can choose between either building an attack jet, strike aircraft, or an attack helicopter. But you can't build both of them, but you have to choose between an attack jet or an attack helicopter. Now the rules for either options are a little bit different, so we'll go through each of them in this video. So starting off with option 1, attack jets. So if you choose to make an attack jet, here are the rules. So the maximum wingspan, I'm not going to make it so strict, so I'm gonna make it so you can make any wingspan, any size possible, but you do need to have a minimum wingspan of 5 meters. To be honest, I would suggest making maybe between 10 to 20 meters would be good, because you do want to be able to maneuver it pretty well. So maximum length, it's going to be 30 meters, and there will be no minimum length for this option. Now the key thing about this is that it has to be jet powered. That's right, there's no diesel engines allowed, no modular engines, but you can only power these jets with jets, which does make sense, doesn't it? Let's go through all of the weapons that are allowed, but you don't have to have all of them. You can choose to have any of these weapons that are on this list. So, machine guns are allowed on this challenge. There's no maximum, but there's no minimum either, so you can add as much or as less as you want. Light autocannons are also allowed for this challenge. Of course, light autocannons do a little more damage than machine guns, so I would kind of recommend doing light autocannons. They do much more damage, and of course, there's no maximum or minimum. Heavy autocannons are actually allowed for this challenge. Now these cannons can really do some damage, but they do have less fire rate or rate of fire. Now for the heavy autocannons, there is a max number. You can max on that is 4 heavy autocannons max. And also, there's another autocannon that everyone probably won't forget, and that is, of course, the rotary cannon. Now, the maximum on this, of course, is a maximum of 2. So the max amount of rotary cannons, rotary autocannons you can have is 2 on your jets. Now, of course, when it comes to attack jets, there's gotta be some sort of missile or bombs. Now, here are the list of missiles and bombs that are allowed for this challenge. Now, pretty much that is all of them, which includes normal missiles, guided missiles. You can have guided missiles, you can have bombs, guided bombs, and maybe even a torpedo. So for the normal missiles, the max is 12, so you can have 12 normal missiles. That's the maximum. You can also, of course, these are optional. You don't have to have every single one of these, but if you do choose to have one of these missiles or bombs, there's gotta be a limit. So for the guided missiles, it's gonna be 10 for the max. For the bombs, it's also gonna be 10 bombs. That's for the maximum. And for the guided bombs, also 10. Now, of course, you can also have the built-in the game. The rocket launchers, you can also use these, and of course there's no maximum or minimum either for this. Now if you really want to add a torpedo, the maximum torpedoes are 3 torpedoes, and that is pretty much it for the attack jet rules. Now it's not too hard, I think. Of course, you want to base it off other planes, and that's fine. You can not base it off of anything and just make something up. That would be cool as well. On to option 2, and that's the attack helicopter. So for those of you who don't really want to make a jet, you can make an attack helicopter, which is pretty good. Now, for the rotors, you can use any rotors. They all pretty much are allowed. However, the maximum length of the helicopters would be 25 meters. That's the maximum length for this attack helicopter. Now, this one, just like the jets, will have to be powered by a jet engine. Sorry, but there's no diesel engines allowed in this challenge fully. So this helicopter would be powered by jets as well, which is pretty easy for some of you. But if you really don't know, I'll link Mr. in Jersey's tutorial video on how to make a jet engine, but that's for beginners if you really want. Now here are the weapons allowed for the attack helicopter. It's not that different from the jets. Pretty much the same with the machine guns and autocannons. You can have as much or as less as you want on those. However, there are no heavy autocannons allowed for the attack helicopter. But you can add a rotary cannon for this, which maximum is 2. Just like the jets. Your attack helicopter has to have missiles or bombs. And for this one, normal missiles would be still 12. You can maximize 12. I'm not too sure how you're going to add 12 missiles on it, but you can try, and if you can be totally creative with this stuff. You can have a maximum of 8 guided missiles on your helicopter, and a maximum of 4 bombs and 4 guided bombs. And that's pretty much it. It's not too difficult, both of these, and I really look forward to looking at some of the jets and helicopters that we get with this challenge. And I'm really excited to see who's going to win for this challenge. You have 1 week, 1 full week to build your creations. Now, if you want to join this challenge and see your creation appear on one of my videos, make sure you join my Discord server. Link will be in the description. You'll find all of the information there. And while there, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to smack the like button and subscribe, that always helps. And we'll see you guys next time.